Moving on to the Raiders, though. Perfect little segue on.
Bing, bing. A nice little smackdown by the Rams.
Monday Night Raw shot.
A nice little smackdown by Sean McVay, I should say. Rams, 33-13. Took that one. It looked at the first half. What was it, 13-13 going into halftime?
13-10 or something. It was a great game to start the game.
Dude, that push on, I think it was a 10-yard TD rush to Marshawn. Gets held up at like the 6-yard line. I'm like, all right, he's down.
Typical Marshawn Lynch.
Keeps going.
Guys on his back.
For beast mode. I was like, oh my God, dude. The Raiders literally, on the first drive of the game, ran it straight down the best defense in the league's throat for a touchdown. I think Derek Carr threw one pass to Jared Cook.
Yeah, on that first drive.
Yeah,
yes,
on the
absolutely.
first drive.
For the game, he had 9 catches at 180 yards,
Yeah.
which is unreal.
And they still scored 13 points.
But yesterday was your daily reminder, or your yearly reminder, that a billion-dollar franchise still plays on a baseball field. Just so everybody understands that, on a baseball field that's not even theirs.
That was really pissing me off, honestly. Obviously, A's are still in the playoffs, or not in the playoffs, pushing for the playoffs, still playing the MLB season. But, I mean, imagine as a running back, you take a 5-yard carry, get hit, 280, 300-pound guys jump on top of you, and you're scraping your freaking elbows against the dirt.
Shortstop dirt.
Straight dirt. That looked just brutal. Good thing they're moving to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Breaking down the Rams side, a lot of us had questions going into the season on the Rams wide receiver core and like who was going to get the ball. I thought we saw about as equal as you can get between the three.
I think exactly what you said, as equal as it can get. If not, I wasn't expecting these targets. Brandon Cooks got 8 targets. Cooper Kupp 9. Robert Woods 9 targets. Brandon Cooks, I was kind of skeptical of how they would work him in. I did see one clip very, very early before preseason even started of Sean McVay watching Brandon Cooks on his first workout with the Rams, and Sean McVay is just like fully torqued watching this guy run routes.
Pitch intense.
Yeah, he's like going over to his assistant coaches. Oh my God, are you seeing Cooks run? That guy is so fast. I'm like, okay. So Sean McVay loves this dude. I thought Brandon Cooks would lead the team in targets, but looks like it's Kupp and Woods tied for 9.
Yeah, I was a Woods guy prior to the season. I think he with Cooks, being like the slot guy and Kupp is number 2. Woods only had 3 catches for 37 yards, but like Jack was saying, he had a long touchdown that was just misthrown by Jared Goff. He would have had over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown if he would have caught that one ball. So I'm not worried about that. But I think what we can pencil in Cooper Kupp for is being that typical, Danny Amendola type, getting the targets, getting the short catches, and being a red zone threat.
Super consistent. I mean, you can basically count on Cooper Kupp every week getting you 10 to 14 points. Obviously, that's not super ideal in some leagues. In 12-man leagues, that is very ideal. If you know that you're starting a receiver, he's going to get targets, he's going to get catches. Maybe he'll squeeze a TD in there once or twice. He's a solid play.
Yeah, I'm going to buy Cooper Kupp of all 3 of those receivers for the rest of the season. I may be wrong, but I'm switching from Woods to Kupp.
I'm switching from Woods to Cooks.
Wow. All right. Yeah. We're going to agree to disagree. We'll meet back in about a month to see where we're going.
We will.
Moving on, we got a couple real fakes for you guys. Last night, if you're watching the game, Sam Darnold started his first career NFL start last night. He was the youngest quarterback since 1977 to start an NFL start. And his first throw, he threw across his body for a pick 6.
I saw that, and I honestly felt bad for the guy. Yeah, the very first throw of his NFL career. Here you go, buddy. It wasn't a good pass either. It was
across
right
his body. It was bad.
The defender read him perfectly and just boom, caught it straight to the house. Felt bad for him. He ended up going 16 for 21 for 198 yards, 2 TDs.
Before you continue, can you name the only other quarterback to throw his first ever throw that was intercepted and taken back for a touchdown? Nobody's told me this one. God, I'm just the biggest truther that I know this.
I'm gonna guess.
Guess. I'll give you 3 guesses.
My guess, Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel. Next one.
So that's wrong. My next guess would be, it's gonna be a quarterback that's kind of good in the league right now.
He's not in the league right now, but you'll know him.
Not in the league right now. Kurt Warner.
Wow. No, but wow. Throwback. TBT. Kurt Warner. Nope. One more guess.
One more guess.
3, 2, 1.
Couldn't tell you.
Brett Favre. Come on, my man, number 4. He threw a interception to the other team, obviously.
Hey, I was on the right track.
Taken back for a touchdown, his first career throw. If that's anything, I'm okay having Sam Darnold having a Brett Favre career.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold is good in 2 or 3 years.
I think a little bit sooner.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a little overhyped. Everyone, he did look good in the game last night. He only threw for 198 yards. His passer rating was 116, but, he went 16 for 21. 198 yards passing. He threw 2 TD passes. One was a 41-yard toss, basically in the air to Robbie Anderson. Underthrew him. Robbie Anderson jumped back, made a great catch to pull it in. If he doesn't catch that, he's throwing for 1 TD, 156 yards. I'm not saying fake here, but I'm definitely not saying real. I couldn't say that he's going to get you 7-8 wins this year.
Yeah, I think with the schedule that they have, it's going to be tough because you got to play New England twice. They play the Vikings once. I think they play the Steelers as well. It's a tough schedule, but I think if you're the youngest guy to start since '77 and your first throws an interception and you're on the road on Monday Night Football, you know it's the most anticipated start. Everybody's watching, and then for you to lick your wounds and go out and still win the game by 20 plus, I think that's definitely something that's going to show what you need in this league and a lot of resiliency. And I'm going to go ahead and say real. Sam Darnold's going to be a force to be reckoned with for the rest of his NFL career starting now.
I don't know about that. Yeah. I think I agree he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in 2 to 3 years. Right now, I just don't see it in him. He's got Josh McCown, who's just the best mentor you could possibly have as a backup quarterback for your team. No, I'm being serious. Josh McCown is probably one of the best guys that you could have mentoring Sam Darnold. Josh McCown's, obviously not the greatest quarterback. He's been in the NFL. He knows what it takes to be in the NFL. Yeah, he wasn't a starter the entire time. Yeah, he's been to dozens of teams, but he's got the experience, the knowledge to kind of take Sam under his wing and, help him move forward in his NFL career. But this year, he's not getting 8 wins. No way.
Yeah, mold him into a quarterback. I like that. Moving on. Real or fake, James Conner. So before we get started, you did pick James Conner as a part of your DraftKings picks. Huge day.
Bing, bing, bing. Firing off. James Conner just went dumb.
Bonkers.
31 carries, 135 yards, 2 TDs, 5 receptions, 57 yards. What do you think about James Conner?
Well, I was pretty pissed. I actually did not play him on purpose, knowing he was going to be popular. And it was pouring rain, heavy winds, so I knew they were going to run the ball a lot. But I didn't think that the Browns were going to let him run for that many. I will say the first touchdown was taken... Well, the first touchdown happened because of the roughing the passer call that Myles Garrett had. A very, very clean hit.
Yep.
Tackled him, but he landed his body weight on him. And they threw the flag for roughing the passer, which gave him first and goal, like the 3, and James Conner just ran it in. So that's a touchdown that should have been taken away, which leads us into the ref thing. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but that was pretty frustrating. I think if you're the Steelers, do you even want Le'Veon Bell back?
That's what I was saying earlier. I might just trade him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get a bunch for him because of the contract size and the fact that he doesn't want to be franchise tagged and get a new contract, go somewhere else maybe. I think you got to trade him. You're not going to get any production from him until week 10. And once week 10 or 11 hits, at least for the Steelers, you're pretty much going to know whether or not you're going to make the playoffs. Obviously not for sure, but you're going to know obviously if they have 5 wins, they're not going to make the playoffs. With 6 turnovers against the Browns, I don't know about it.
The Browns had 5 turnovers, a +5 turnover ratio, and still lost the game. Or tied the game, I'm sorry. How do you not get a win in that? I don't know. Ugh, pisses me off.
They both didn't win the game.
They both didn't win, but didn't lose the game either.
They're both undefeated.
And winless.
Oh, that was the best start. A tie for week 1 was the best start in Browns history. Or not in Browns history. The best start in the Browns organization since, 2004?
Wow, 2004, that's what? 14 years.
That is a lot of years.
I was 8.
I was
Maybe
probably
9.
also. I'm not trying to do math right now.
Yep,
though.
same. Steelers Browns. I will continue to hold on to my Browns pick to win the division even after a tie. Ravens are scary, Bengals are scary, but Browns gonna win that division.
Yeah. Speaking of that Myles Garrett hit on Big Ben, another one that pissed me off was Aaron Donald on Derek Carr. I don't know if you saw that, but Aaron Donald basically swam move one of the O linemen on Oakland and got down, center of gravity, low to the ground, and the O lineman basically just pushed him in the back into the ground. So Aaron Donald went on all fours and then reaches for Derek Carr,
who still had the ball in his hands.
Still had the ball, went down with the ball. It was a sack for sure. Aaron Donald, if Aaron Donald wanted to make contact with Derek Carr's head, it would be impossible. If he wanted to tackle him the right way, it would be impossible. This offensive lineman shoved him on the ground, and he couldn't do anything about it. His body weight just took him into his legs. It was a great play by Donald because that O lineman pretty much just held him, blocked him in the back, and
got a roughing the passer call.
Got a roughing the passer. I was so pissed off on that play. Oh my
It brings me to I just want consistency out of the referees, and I know we're not going to get it, but I think it's going to be an ugly year and an ugly future for NFL referees because it's not consistent.
Yeah, they're protecting the receivers way too much.
Protecting the quarterback way too much.
Protecting the quarterback way too much.
It's a vicious game.
They're putting way too much pressure on the defense. And, there's just reaction plays in football. Bang, bang, where, you can't decide whether you're going to put your head down or you put your head up. It's a reaction play. The guy spins, ducks, and you're moving full speed at him. You can't just move your head out of the way or put your head up so you don't hit him with the crown of the helmet. I don't know. I think the rule change is awful, and the way it's implemented is awful because of what you said, consistency.
Yeah, it's anyway, I don't even want to talk about referees anymore.